Yeah, what I'm saying is this is that if people make decisions, and so if you make a decision, uh, my job as your friend or confidant or road dog, whatever you want to call it, is let you play out your decision.
Right.
Because if you, first of all, your grandfather told me a long time ago, if you seek my counsel and I tell you A and you go with A and A doesn't work, I got your back. If you seek my counsel, I tell you A and you go to B and you fall on your face, you fall on your face because you didn't take the counsel I said. But people don't always look for advice, they do things. So my thing is this is I have to let you run your course to the point where now it's like, okay, I have to adjust. And that's what I'm saying, is the fact that if you say, hey, I haven't worked in a year, okay, all right, I have no problem with that, not at all. Until you start coming to me saying, hey, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this, then at that present moment in time, now you brought it to me, and I have to go back to see what decisions, choices have you made to put you where you are. Because you think about it, the choices you made yesterday, a month ago, so yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, has put you where you are.
Right.
So I got to look for patterns and behavior and mindset to figure out where you're going. Because if you continue on the same path, where you're going to end up, same place. That's how come you could give somebody, someone says they need money, you can give them money all day long. If they haven't changed the way they thought, guess what? You're going to be broke, not them.
Right.
And then the third one was, well, let me ask you this. What, if you could go back, what would you tell TJ 10 years ago?
"17, go active duty."
Okay.
I don't care how long it takes. Either go active duty or go to college.
Okay.
Budget. Don't get 16 credit cards.
So,
yeah.
So with all this that you're saying to yourself, this is what you're going to be teaching your children.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, I'm going to kick you in the butt. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I have the same thing. Credit. If I would have known it 10 years ago, I'd be in a different spot. Am I in a good spot right now? I'm blessed. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to. God has given me a lot.
Right.
Everything I have, he's given me. But there are rules I've had to play by in order to get them.
Right.
And so my thing is this, is as you know, I look at money and currency completely different than I did 3 years ago. So right now it's to the point where, what am I instilling in my boys? Well, I want my boys to know things, my kids to know, because the world is going a whole different way right now.
Right.
But and so here's this is the fact that, okay, let's go really crazy. What do you want your oldest to know when they get 17? What will you have told your oldest by 17? That's what, 10 years from now?
Yeah, definitely happiness would be the first thing. Not letting others control your emotions. And when I say that, it's not in the sense of you getting upset. It's just because we have a conversation and we may yell, we may scream, we may cuss each other out, doesn't mean I'm mad. I could be passionate. I could be energetic. Doesn't mean I'm mad. And people telling you that you're exhibiting an emotion that you don't feel, I understand how frustrating that is. But that is one thing that I would definitely say is to be happy. To be happy with yourself, to be happy with how far you come, what you've done, to be happy regardless of what the situation is. Because there are so many people that want to be mad all the time. So many people that want to be upset. So many people that want to be irritated. When it's understandable to be entitled to those feelings, but definitely be happy with who you are, what you're doing, where you're going. It's okay. And your mental. Do what you need to do to get to a place where you feel okay. Because I know a lot of people, they focus, like I said, so much on other people's lives. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to be doing. Are you okay? Are you up here? Are you all good? You know, if somebody happens to perish right now in your family, are you gonna freak out and panic, or are you gonna find out what needs to be done so that things will be taken care of and you can move on? You know, did you get broken up with, or parents getting divorced? Like, situations in your life, as you say, are you going to react or are you going to respond to them? But are you going to be okay? And are you okay with not being okay? Because there are times when things may happen and you're the type of person, again, different grief, you're the type of person that every time something happens, you freak out. Or you're the type of person that every time something happens, you have to continue doing what you're doing because that's a better way for you to deal with what's going on. So, definitely those two are the biggest ones. And the third one I would say is treat everyone, put yourself out there. I've been told by many people that because of my personality, I have a flirtatious personality, mostly women. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, it just seems like every time, you know, you happen to see a woman or you happen to see a girl, you flirt. And my response was, I am sorry if I choose to say hi and hello and how are you instead of being awkward and look at them from across the room like they're a museum artifact and actually being a human and interacting with them. I'm sorry that seems like such a burden to you. So I'm serious. I have told this to many people, and it's like, you know, you go with a group of friends and you guys are cool and you have to see that new guy or that new girl, or, you know, the people get invited, or, you know, you happen to be at a party and one of your homeboys or homegirls happens to bring their brother or sister or cousin or uncle or auntie, what have you, and they're standing there and just looking just awkward, and either they don't introduce you because they're too focused on the party or where you at, or they don't say anything and you're just like, so, and the type of person I am, hey, how's it going? I'm TJ, nice to meet you. You want to go grab a drink? Want to go talk? Hey, what do you like? That's flirtatious. No, that's being a human and having human interactions, saying, hi, how are you? You know. And so,
I can see that.
Those will be the three things that, and the third one is most definitely the biggest one, is putting yourself out there. It's not being afraid to be who you are and not apologizing for it. Because I don't apologize to this day. Oh yeah, flirtatious personality. Thank you. You're happy about that? Yes.
So number one was
be happy.
Be happy.
Number two was keep your mental intact, and number three is be you unconditionally.
Okay, so you said happiness is number one.
Yes.
Is that internal or external thing?
Both, because I can be happy like this. You never know. Externally, it seems like I'm pissed off, but there's a communication problem with not asking. Everybody wants to assume because of I'm reading your body language. Your body language is showing me, but inside you're.
Well, no, I get no. Being happy.
1 second. So yeah, it's. I see a lot of people have problems with asking. You just because my body language out externally says, "Don't talk to me." I want to be alone. I want to be by myself. Doesn't mean that internally that's how I'm feeling. And a lot of people say you have, resting bitch face. Nah, maybe that's just the type of person that they are. So not everybody wants to cheese all the time. Some people are okay with being happy like this. This is me happy. I don't have to. Some people aren't, like I said, introverts and extroverts. People have different ways of expressing emotions. So that's what I mean too by that's what I mean by being happy. It's externally, it can be assumed because of your body language that you aren't enjoying where you are, enjoying the moment. Internally, you're exhibiting happiness.
I get happiness. Yes, being able to be centered, being able to, regardless if there's a world we're going around you, that you are in a spot where you can just be cool.
Right.
And that's, I'll take that as my happiness is the fact that, happiness, most people say happenings. I say, I go with joy, because joy is more internal. It has nothing to do that's with gratitude, with the blessings that, you wake up today. It's a gift from God to have another day. Or universe, depending on your worldview. But right now you're holding a gift in your hand right now, right? And we're all rocking back and forth, and listening to sound of my voice. You're getting sleep. She's like, "What are you talking about?" But yeah, that. And then he said, and number 2 was
mental.
Absolutely, keeping your mind sharp. If you I got more education in the last 2 years because I read more books than I did when I was in high school. Because I realized there's a lot out there that I don't know. And am I supposed to know it all? No. I'll be like Napoleon Hill. I want specialized knowledge, just like you. You have specialized knowledge in electronics and iPads and all that technology crap, which I have no idea about. So I got a guy. But knowing how, my knowledge comes from somewhere different. Finances, fitness, things of that nature. And I do understand the small thing. What I want, and I've been putting into you guys is, I want you guys to be, I want to be wealthy.
Right.
And wealthy means wealth in finances, wealth in spirit, and wealth in health. Because you can have $1 million, you can have $100 million. If you can't move, what does that $100 million do for you? Nothing. You're a rich person in a wheelchair. If you're wealthy, but you're stark raving mad, what does that money do for you? Nothing. So if you're not able to enjoy life, and that's my thing, is live life to the fullest, to see all that God has. I want to see everything He's created. I want to be a part of all of that. So, hitting the gym, being physically fit, being mentally fit, being spiritually fit, all of that. Because when you have those things, then the external things sometimes seem to fade. Yes, we all have problems. There's problems out there. But there's more solutions to problems if we take the time to look for them. If we sit back and relax, pull back from our screens, and of course, I'm talking of a person who, there was no screens when I was a kid. There weren't even cell phones when I was a kid. So all this new technology of having a computer in your pocket, I didn't grow up with. So for me to sit back and put my phone down for 4 hours and not answer it, my sons go, I need to be playing a game. And I'm going to become a chiropractor. And I'm gonna call it, it's gonna be the game neck.
Ow.
Because your cousin likes to do this all the time. But my thing is this, is that my whole thing is this, my goal has been is to instruct and teach and show people the mistakes that I've made, because I'm far from being perfect. And I'm not going to say I'm better than most, because saying that is an egoic thing. I'm making my way just like everybody else is. All I know is this, is the fact that I've came to the point where people have asked me questions. So when people are inquiring, that means that you must know more, or they look to you for your guidance. And that is appreciated, because I never felt that, you talk, being a dad means that your kids ask you stuff. Being uncle doesn't necessarily mean that your nephews and nieces ask you things. But when they see what you're doing and they're like, holy crap, I know this guy, I do the same thing. That makes me feel good, so that I'm doing what's right. She's so funny. All you can see is her eye. There's that smile. She's gonna steal the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that, happiness, yes. But my thing is this, is that how much time do you spend on you every day? And what I mean by you, okay, so I read half an hour. I do 10 minutes of meditation every day, and I read, and then I work on my coursework. So I put an hour and a half into myself, bettering myself every day. How much do you put in you?
A good, probably like 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay. But because here's what you have to understand. Children are sponges. What you do, they will do.
Right.
So if they see why isn't that always, why doesn't dad get irritated? Before I meditated, my boys were like, Dad, you're always yelling. Now I meditate, I realize that labeling, labeling, and number 4, I put there, the power of the tongue. What you say and how you say it is important. Words can kill you, or they can kill, not you, they can kill, or they can raise. And the thing about it is this, is that a misguided word is more dangerous than a misguided bullet. If the bullet shoots a person, kills persons, they go away. The word that you shoot at somebody, you have to look at them day in and day out, bless you, and realizing. But the biggest thing I have is this, which is going to sound really weird, but I'll leave this for the next episode, because you need some daughter-dad time, obviously. I'm reading the body language. She's gonna need a diaper change in a minute.
All right, sounds good.
Well, like we said before, anyone who sees this, I'm DL. This is TJ. We got little Molly on them. We'd like to hear comments, likes. Let us know things that you would like to hear about, that you would like to talk about. We're just 2 guys out here chatting it up, trying to get our content out there, trying to make something happen. So, please, if you see it, say, hey, even if you tell me that we're full of crap, that's fine. That is a response. And we can talk about that in another episode. But we appreciate you. We thank you, and God bless.